Have you ever thought about the recyclability of pickleballs before? Well, I for one hadn't until I came across this video on tennis balls and their impact on the environment. So I wondered how the plastic wiffle balls we used to play pickleball compared. To put it simply, the answer to the question of can you recycle pickleballs is technically a maybe, but practically a no. This might turn into a bit of a problem as the sport continues to grow. As of right now, Franklin produces 5,026 gram pickleballs a day. That's 130,000 grams of plastic a day, or about 286 pounds. If they were operating at full capacity, Franklin could be producing upwards of 2,866 pounds per day, or about the weight of a large great white shark. Remember, that's just one manufacturer too. There are heaps of different pickleball producers currently active in the market, so the amount of pickleballs produced in a day likely soars into the tens of thousands. So what happens to all that plastic? Well, you can sure bet that most of it ends up thrown away or littered around your local courts. The fact is, most pickleballs are simply not recyclable. I've personally reached out to various manufacturers and vendors to inquire into their product's recyclability, and, well, the most common answer is a blunt no. Most pickleballs are made of a virgin form of LDPE, which is classified as a Type 4 plastic, that's melted down and put into a specific mold. In the United States, LDPE's recyclability can vary from town to town, but there's a good chance that it cannot be accepted. Additionally, without proper marking on the balls themselves, which none sport, recycling facilities likely wouldn't even know where to place and process old pickleballs. Moreover, even if pickleballs were properly marked and your local municipality accepted Type 4 plastics, there's plenty of debate to be had if recycling many plastics is even worth it from an economic and environmental standpoint. I won't dive too much into that, but I'd highly recommend looking into the real value of recycling plastics if you're interested. So, the next question logically becomes, what can we do? Well, that's certainly a tough one. Of course, you should always look to use the balls you purchase until they become actually unusable. Not only does this make sense from an economics point of view, but for the vast majority of play, using worn balls is perfectly acceptable. There's also a number of creative ways you can use your old pickleballs, with things like decorations being the most common. I'll link an article in the comments that talks more about the different uses for cracked pickleballs. Personally, an idea I came across while researching this video struck a chord. Maybe companies could start a program of accepting returned, cracked balls to be remelted and remolded into new balls themselves. You could incentivize returns by offering small store credit per ball, or perhaps even reshipping those new balls to the customers who originally recycled them. Maybe it's not a perfect solution, but it seems intriguing nonetheless. But at the end of the day, as pickleball grows in its popularity, questions like these will inevitably be brought up. It may well be a good idea for companies now to focus on these issues of the future before they start to become too unmanageable. We don't want to be at a point where the constant production of hundreds of thousands of unrecyclable balls begins to have a serious impact on the environment. But at the very least, we know that plenty of these grassroots manufacturers care about their products and their quality. The industry has been pushed to innovate and adapt to change before, and I'm sure this case will prove to be no different. Thanks for watching.